put that there, turn the engine off, get back in the case, and see if we can empty it inside the shed without knocking all the walls down. So, try and head over to that side again. Okay. And edge forward very, very slowly until we hit the front of the shed. Then we'll drive on the grain, because that's always funny. That's what's causing the problem, but we are done emptying on that side. Okay, so that's 3 grain carts done. Probably 2 more to go. And the question being, will I be able to fit anything in the shed? Or fit the last one in the shed? I could skip the last one, at least initially. We'll go empty the harvester and start on the other half of the field. Did we? And we didn't finish that top portion, did we? Tiny, tiny bit left. Ton of straw to collect and sell. That'll be nice. Collecting the straw and selling it. Alrighty, so 8,800. Now I was considering we could oh, we do have that one. It's 12.5. That's only 11. We could upgrade our harvester to the 94. And there is a header for it by the looks of it. So the free flow's the 25, the power flow's the 35. We could upgrade to that, and we can also use the Helianthus 12, which is this one, and that is 380 horsepower, headers are attached to harvesters, 12 meters. We're currently running a 5.7, so we're doubling the width on our Helianthus if we use that, the 12. Anyway, that's a thought. Since the harvester is now unloaded, I'm going to run this down to the bottom. Well, I'm going to run this down here a little. Stop. Turn the engine off, beam back to the harvester, header in, beam, engine on. Let's chop in. Forgot one thing. Back here we have JCB with engine. Off you go. We'll jump out of that. So we still, yeah, like I was saying about the pH. The pH is still good. It's 0.125 lower than ideal. I don't think that's significant in the grand scheme of things. Obviously, eventually I am going to want to lime everything, but also the lime usage is reduced because it's only bringing it back up to optimum, so you're never just dumping a ton of lime on the field every time you do it. It's automatically controlled. I don't know that I'm going to make that turn. Okay, we'll do this sideways. Why not? Yay! Okay. So I think the cutting we'll do from the top. Oh, we have to wait for the dude in the JCB because he's so slow. Here he comes. We'll call him John. Because he's worker J. From this side again, pick about halfway. What do we think? Yeah, around about there. And I want to be heading at 090. Nope, I want to be heading at 270. Okay. 45, 50, 60. 65, 70, 71. Close enough. This is mostly straight. So I'll do this cut through and then we'll cut over back to the already done part of the field and unload. We'll do 2 cut throughs here. The next one will be to our right. And then we'll start widening this path as we go. So we'll go up and down this section rather than up and down what we've already done. Edge it back to 270 or close to 270. The weather looks good. It's supposed to be a bright sunny day all day, and temperatures haven't gone up in the last hour, 2 hours. So we've done 90,000 litres so far. I'm figuring about 150, and then we've got the other field. Not sure what the size of it is. So we are doing this field here, which is 9.42. This field here is less than half that. Well, just over half that. So I'm thinking storage for 250,000 litres will probably suffice. If we can get more, that would be fine. But we don't want to mess around too much. Plus, grain storage is going to cost us a fair bit of money. But it will let me pull the triticale out of the shed that it's currently in. But that's going to be laborious. I don't think we bought our conveyors. Because that's obviously the easy way to unload that shed, is to get a couple of conveyors. Oh, we're full. And that's actually not too bad. And this will put us up to about 60%. 56, really. Not a good place, but good enough. So, unload this, we can get yeah, we'll have to come down with the auger to the point where we've already harvested before. Because we'll only make it about halfway down the other line of the next row before we need to empty. What's the angle we're taking? We're taking about 91 here. I think what we'll do is we'll collect we'll try and remember to collect the grass bale last. That way we can just spend our time collecting bales and unloading them into the sell point. And as the last thing we do, we'll we'll unload them into the yard, the main yard, and then throw them into the sell point. And keep the grass bale. And of course, I'll probably forget that, and we'll end up with the grass bale on a trailer load that I want to sell. I figure the last load will be a partial. Usually is. Talking of autosaves, I probably should. So the problem with this is that this end of the field hooks to the left. It's going to make for an awkward right-hand turn. Especially with that bale there. So I'd probably we'll do a left 270-ish turn. Keep going. Keep going. Do not drop that bale there. Oh, you poophead. Okay, I'll turn on the inside track here. And we're not going to make it to the end. Okay, back to the field. How are we doing? So we're chewing through this quite nicely. That won't take long to deal with. I might need to do an outside headland there. Although I think we're going to end up with a bunch of smaller sections of the field that we're going to have to do as as we go. Okay, how are you? 57. Next load will take us to plus 28, 50, 60, 70, 85% or close to. So we'll probably end up coming back to the bottom of here, and well, we'll fill the harvester. In fact, if I leave this here, I do like how it always ends up trying to unload next to a bale. Okay. Stop there, we'll jump back to the harvester. So I think if I just run down and then come straight back up on the left side of this row, we will quite possibly end up where the grain cart is. Okay, where we are to. Well, hit it too early. Oh, no, there we go. Okay. So straight down, straight back up the other side, and hope we get to next to the trailer. And I can get the trailer out over the top there, back through the main body of the field. Should be able to work this bit, work that bit. We might end up with that big triangle at the bottom there that is disconnected from the big triangle at the top here, and possibly some of this as well. Okay, so that will be the fourth trailer load that we take back. It's going to be more than 5, I think. So yeah, 200,000. We're going to need 250,000 storage, ideally. Oh, linseed might be an oil seed. Yeah, questions about crops next year. I don't know when we plant linseed, but I think linseed is an oil seed, so we should be able to alternate it the same as we do with sunflowers and canola. Thank you. I also don't know what the canola nitrogen requirements are. But our sunflower fields, once we harvest those, I'll be putting in probably digestate. We've got a whole ton of that, and we really need to start using that. Probably use it on our grass fields as well. And it's just every time we do a new crop, we're going to have to mess with regular fertilizer in order to figure out what the nitrogen requirements of each crop is. Kind of assuming that cereals are high. Oilseed might be low, but I don't know that for definite. Okay, we are nearly full. Oh, are we going to make it to the cart? I don't think we are. And we are done. Okay. I don't know if I can turn it around in here. Probably not a wise move with a bale on the front. How are we doing? Oh, this is not going to fit. Okay. I can make that turn. Okay, we're going to have to figure it out up here. Yeah, it was because I had the extra. Okay, not so much. It's because we had the hedge here. I could swing it a little bit wider. And I can turn around in two rows, although I did clip the a little bit of a clipping on the crop that's still there. Anyway, that's turnaround achieved. Let's get this thing reloaded. Tell me, we're right next to a bale again, aren't we? Oh, not quite. We have a little bit of room to manoeuvre here. Okay. And that's it, full. Okay. Turn that off again. Again. And off we go back to the yard. Oh. So, number 4. Bale. Well, I didn't look at what the Tucano's harvest width was. Obviously the Fent has the bigger thing. But if I go with the Fent, I'm going to have to get a... I don't know. That's a problem. I'm going to have to get a dolly trailer to mount the head, to transport the header. But we have the JCB now. So that might not be as big an issue as I think it is. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking stop and get out. See, there's this bit of ground back here, which is all just scrap. What I could do is put a silo extension here, which would allow me to store the triticale and anything else that we have. There we go. Okay, and looks like the engine's still running. So which side did I tip last time? Left side, so I probably want to try and tip right side. No, we tipped right side. I want to tip left side. the problem. I guess tractors fouling the door. Yeah. Okay. Let's try this again. Oh, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. We are going to have to use a thing to get that stuff out. What's the thing you call it? A conveyor. Conveyors have an area effect when they're picking things up. So we'll be able to at least mess around a little bit. And probably don't want to do that. Do not do that. Stop doing that. Thank you. Okay, that's that bit done. Let's drop the rest in the middle, if I can. Well, now what are we caught up on? That'll be the tailgate, and we're good there. Let's put us back in the shed. Oh, that's not where I want to go. That looks a little bit better. Things can only get better, or something. Okay. Control I, let's get rid of the rest. Oh, come on. A little bit more, and we're done. And that shed is kind of full and leaking, so I have to come up with a solution before next week. We're at 11:30, so what I think we're going to end up with doing today is we'll harvest as much of the field as I can and get this trailer loaded, and then as soon as it's full we'll call it a day, and I will try and figure out how to fix what problems we have. Yeah, as I said, the choices are either a standalone silo that I can put in the lower yard, or an extension that I can put round the back of that, of the existing silos. Now it won't give me, I think those silos store about 500,000 litres, so it won't give me 500,000 litres of stuff, but it will give me an extra 250 of the in-game things, plus however much I end up buying. Let's get back in there and beam over. Yeah, so for example, if I get 250,000 litre extension, then the extension will